when I joined the organization, I honestly didn't imagine what the next 20 years will look like. At that time, the focus was probably more to find a place where you have like-minded people and you believe that you are onto something meaningful. So that was the focus at that time. Now, looking back 20 years, that's a time which has passed in a jiffy. We didn't really think that what 20 years will look like, but we were very sure that we were doing something which was very meaningful, and we truly believed that we can make a big difference in the industry we are in. I started in 1999 and I joined the journey in 2003. It was still the early days for the recruitment industry. It was very different than the way we see it today. It was still a time when some of the things which are synonyms with recruitment today, things like online databases, social recruiting and things like that, those were the things which didn't really exist too much. The first set of structured databases were just coming in, the internet availability was becoming better. We still had customers which expected us to carry the hard copy printouts of resumes every day to them. So from there to now, which is 20 years, where everything can happen at the speed of thought. You can connect with anybody, everybody, irrespective of which location they are in, what time zones they are in. I think we have basically come a long way. And in this journey, we believe that we have basically helped the overall ecosystem grow as such overall as far as recruiting is concerned. From the 23rd anniversary to the 30th anniversary, it's about 7 odd years in between, we would want to be at a stage and be focused in an area where we are relevant to the industry. We basically adopt to the way the things are changing. We would want to be more digital. We would want to be closer to the candidate decision making. We would want to do things which makes our customers more successful. One thing which we remain committed to and very sure about, that in the future to come, we would be a place where we will have like-minded folks who would basically be onto something which is still very, very meaningful for the industry and the world overall. We would want to be at a stage where we are making dreams career happen for our candidates and we are making great teams happen for the customers which we have. So broadly speaking, what 2030 looks like, while there's no definite way to say what's in store for the industry, for us, for the world in the next 7-8 years, but from a vision standpoint, we basically believe that we will be an organization which will be at the forefront of talent solutions in the industry overall. We currently, as things stand today, we are about 2,500 strong. When this journey started, when I joined the organization, we were less than 10 team members. So that way, what we basically foresee as far as 2030 is concerned, for us as an organization, the belief is that from the current state, where we are the largest permanent recruiting organization in India, we believe that we as an organization will be a global player. So when I started my journey in 2003, we were a less than a 10-member team. So practically speaking, the whole company could sit on the dining table and eat. You could just get up and talk to everybody in the company without needing to do any logistics planning as such, to where we are today, where we are spread across 10-12 different cities, about 2,500 employees overall. It definitely has been a great success for us as an organization and for the set of individuals who basically have been associated along the journey in all facets, employees, customers, candidates, industry, so on and so forth. So that way we are very, very proud, as well as very, very thankful for all the opportunities which industry has provided us. And we believe that we basically have put focus on making sure doing what is the right thing to do. That's the focus for us going forward as well. We would continue to do things which basically are important for the industries, depending on how things are changing, given that what used to change in past 10 years currently changes in next 2-3 years. So the belief is that industry will innovate itself and we also will innovate ourselves as things go along. One thing which remains core at the heart for everybody here basically is to do those things which basically makes the customer successful and makes the customer candidate happy as far as his career, his or her career is concerned. Thank you. So what one misses about the early part of careers, I am sure for everybody these are nostalgic memories. About 20 years back, when we started this journey, we were at a stage where the overall employment landscape of India was rapidly changing. That was the time when a lot of multinationals were looking at India to set up their offices in. The India economy was opening. So a lot of new kind of opportunities were coming out for the employed youth in India. We were at a stage where we were at the forefront of working with a lot of such organizations which were extremely successful, did not have a base in India, and they were getting started in India. So we consider ourselves lucky. We basically could partner with a lot of such organizations which are in a few thousands and a lakh kind of employee headcount today in India, and we were basically the one who started the journey as far as hiring for them was concerned in India. Some of them, the relationship has continued for past decade and a half, 2 decades. And yes, you definitely miss the way the relationships could be built at that time one-on-one. It being a much smaller industries, there were a lot of things which were happening for the first time in India. And in the role as such for myself, I was more of an individual contributor at that time when I started off. So ability to spend more and more time with customers, work with them on things which are happening for them for the first time as well as for us for the first time. So those are some of the very, very precious memories which are around. Having said that, the way the industry has grown over a period of time, it is still at a stage where it will significantly grow. So while yes, there are a lot of nostalgic memories of what we did, but yeah, at the same time, we still are doing something which is very, very great, and there is a long road ahead as far as building great things is concerned, and we are here to make it happen.